Nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive and Trevor Hoffman Way, this is Petco Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Your San Diego Padres.
Just about to get underway, and today's starting pitcher, Nick Pivetta.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Fastball for a strike, and we are underway. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Trey Turner, batting with one down, takes a strike. One out, base is empty.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
That's off the mark, and that's ball one.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got him. Two gone after the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Foul ball. This to third. Over to first. Schwarber out of the play. And that'll do it. Down quickly go the Phillies. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the mound today, Zach Wheeler.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Wheeler, 34-year-old vet, and he was awarded a Gold Glove in 2023. That one not close, and it's 2-0. This to third, and it stays fair.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Luis Ariz stands in. Strike on the inside corner.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Tatis runs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In time to Bone. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Let's
Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Swings through that. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
And that one off the outside edge.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Got him. And 2 away now. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. In the air, center field. Marsh on the move. And that will end the inning. Padres leave one, scoreless after 1. Back here in San Diego, top of the second, and now it's Alec Bohm. Pivetta back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
We often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon
got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
A big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Up the middle, Cronenworth sends it to first, and Castellanos is out.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
The other way, and foul ball. Misses off the plate, and that's ball 1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. 3 up, 3 down that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom of the second.
And the
batter now, Gavin Sheets.
The left fielder, Gavin Sheets.
Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And now 1 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. In the air, left field, Kepler sizes this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Cronenworth.
And now it's even up.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one.
Batting
Couldn't get
eighth,
any air
a
under it, but he
designated hitter,
smoked
Louis.
that ball back up the middle. Timing was just
Double.
perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Zach Wheeler won't go any further. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for
New pitcher on
Philadelphia.
now, Orion
Number
Kerkering.
50, Orion Kerkering.
So 2 down. Next for the Padres, Luis Campusano. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Should have this one. He's got it. And that is the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. Back here at Petco Park. Here's JT Realmuto.
Leading off for the Phillies, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
Outside low, and it's 1-0. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And a base hit around first, digging for 2. Here's the throw. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in, because he's going to come barreling around first and put some pressure on you. If you bobble it or you don't get there in a hurry, it's going to make you look silly and end up on second base.
That one in there across the letters.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Jump throw. Got him. Nice play. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
The center fielder, number 16, Brandon.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that is foul. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Makes the catch for the 2nd out.
No, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfielder. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And that one popped in the air, left field. Sheets on his way over, brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia, and we're still knotted at 0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Martin Maldonado up to hit.
Martin Maldonado.
And that one is in for a strike. Swing and a miss.
That was straight queso
No ball,
right there.
2 strikes.
And he chases that one. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. An 0-2 count. You feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. He flexes his power with that swing, and they walk it off.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
1-0 the final for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long